These are the main products used in a Mini Combi repair. A pen or marker to mark the injury, ensuring we can find the hole once we've removed the nail. It's also used to mark the patch area. A probe is used to help lift up the material which caused the puncture, so that we can get pliers or pincers onto the item and pull it out of the tyre. It's also used to ensure the direction of the injury, so we can drill through the injury and not make a new one. The mill cutter is a precision tool which will grind away all the steel cords and texture the rubber at the same time. It must be used at slow speed or it will burn the rubber. The hardened steel cutter is a budget tool which is only expected to last for 40 to 60 repairs. It doesn't so much cut the steel cords as break them. A drill is used with the mill cutter or hardened steel cutter to drill and clean the holes. Normal speed is 2500 RPM, again not to burn the rubber. Liquid buff spray is used for pre-cleaning the inner liner. A rubber scraper is used to scrape the liner after liquid buff is applied to ensure the liner is not contaminated prior to buffing. A contour wheel is used at slow speed to buff the rubber. Either 46 or, if confident, a 36 grit can be used for passenger tyres. We use BL cement for all repair materials with blue bonding rubber. We need the 20+ chemicals to completely activate the blue bonding rubber and cause it to vulcanize to the tyre. Mini Combi A6 is the maximum unreinforced repair we can use in the tread area of a passenger tyre. Inner liner sealer is used to ensure all buff marks not covered by the patch are sealed so that the tyre can't leak after the repair. A vacuum is used to suck away all the dust after the liner is buffed. We don't use an air gun, as this can recontaminate the buffed surface. Pliers are used to pull out nails which cause the puncture and to pull the Mini Combi unit through the hole. Stitches are used to stitch down the repair patch of the Combi repair and ensure that no air is trapped under the patch. And safety glasses must be worn whenever mechanically buffing tyres or vacuuming rubber dust. All tyres should be thoroughly inspected before repair. Check the sidewall, beads, inner liner and tread area. Never rub your hands over the tyre or you risk contracting hepatitis or tetanus from a nail or needle. During inspection, you're looking for faults and checking to see whether the tyre is able to be repaired. Using a probe, lift the nail or piece of metal up until you can get your pliers or pincers to finish levering the object out. If it's a Tek screw, use a screwdriver. Check the direction of the hole to remove the object, because you must follow the hole when you drill and clean it. Should the hole be more than 25 degrees off the vertical, you can't use a Mini Combi unit. You'd have to use a reamer stem and patch. Next, use a marker to mark the injury. If we don't, it has been known to make a completely new hole in the tyre. When drilling the hole with a hardened steel cutter, drill from the outside to the inside to ensure that you follow the correct angle of the penetration. Then re-drill it from the inside out. This will help break off most of the steel cords and push any that are left outwards so that you can pull the plug through the holes easily. This tool must be used with a slow speed buff. The alternative preferred option is to drill the hole with a tungsten carbide cutter. With this cutter, you only need to drill 4 or 5 times in and out of the tyre to ensure the hole is clean and the rubber textured properly. It must also be used with a slow speed buff. Turn the tyre on the spreader so that it's easier to work on the liner. Using the liquid buff, spray the liner, then scrape it clean. This ensures that there are no contaminants buffed into the liner. If we liquid buff after buffing, we actually scrape contaminants into our buff marks. Using a marking pen, mark the area to be buffed. This ensures we don't buff too large an area. And never use a crayon, as this will also contaminate the surface. Using a 46 grit contour wheel with a slow speed grinder or drill, buff the complete area for the patch. By using circular movements, you can ensure you don't buff through the liner. Next, using an air or electric vacuum, suck away the dust. This will keep the work area clean and you won't contaminate your buffed surface. But never use an air gun, as the dust moving around the tyre blows across the buffed surface, causing contamination. Squirt a little BL cement from the 20-gram tube into the hole. Then take the 350-gram can and the brush supplied and apply an even coat to the buffed surface. Turn the cemented area to the top, as this allows the vapours given off by the drying cement to drop away. It also helps dry the cement a little faster and to not get contaminated by dust. After a few minutes, turn the tyre to the 3 o'clock position and check with your knuckle that the cement is dry. Squirt a little BL cement into the hole after ensuring that it's fully open. This will act as a lubricant and make it easier to pull the plug through. Remove a plug from the packet. Don't touch the blue bonding rubber, only the pin or black rubber. Don't apply cement to the shaft to make it easier to pull through the hole, as this will end up under the patch. The shaft of the Combi unit is larger than the hole, and this will wipe off all the cement as the plug is pulled through. Insert the pin in the hole, then, using combination pliers, pull the plug through. Continue pulling the plug until the patch sits onto the liner. There may be a small dimple, which mustn't be there when the plug is released. Using a ball bearing stitcher, start in the middle of the patch and stitch it millimetre by millimetre to the edge. Then repeat the process on the other side. You then have to stitch around the outside edge to ensure it's completely stitched down. This is the only pressure the patch will get before the tyre is placed on the rim. Use of inner liner sealers is part of world standard. This ensures that all precautions are taken to ensure your repair doesn't leak. You can't always be sure that the buff marks don't go through the liner. Finally, use a sharp knife to trim off the remaining plug about 1 mm proud of the tread surface. The tyre is now ready to be fitted to the rim and re-inflated. After checking in a dip tank to ensure there are no leaks, the wheel can then be fitted to the vehicle. The most important point to remember is that by using the Rema TipTop Blue glue with the Rema TipTop Blue patch, you've undertaken a full cold vulcanization. At 18 degrees centigrade, this repair will take up to 24 hours to fully vulcanize. It's still safe to fit it immediately to the vehicle, provided the repair has been carried out in the tread area only. The reason this is safe is because the tread area is reinforced and able to maintain its shape, protecting the patch until full vulcanization has occurred. By following these recommendations, you can be sure of undertaking tyre repair to the highest possible standard.